Alright, when you get ready to solder it, you're going to put your project in the third arm and squeeze that so that the seam is up on top. It's also okay if you kind of put the seam off to the side and rotate it. For this project, I'm going to just put it on top, and we're going to do some probe soldering. When you do probe soldering, I have a really small chip solder right here, and of course I'm going to want to flux. So right now I'm fluxing the jump ring just to help keep it clean. But I'm also going to want to flux the little chip of solder. It'll help it so it, when it heats up, it stays clean and it'll ball up. I'm also going to have my probe ready. When I get ready to light this, the wire that we use for our jump ring is really small. The chip solder is really small, so we just need a small little torch, small little flame. So I usually tell students about an inch, and that's about an inch. We still want a neutral flame, so we're still going to add oxygen. And go straight down with the flame. If you angle your flame, you're going to turn that little chip of solder into a ball, and then it's going to go rolling across the kiln shelf. So keep your probe back, get it really hot. When it turns into a molten ball, you're going to pick it up on the bottom, on the end of your probe. It has to be molten though. Okay, I know that that's small, but it's on the end of the probe. Now you're going to heat up the wire, the jump ring, and the flux can oil off. You can probably hear that. Then once your seam is hot, then you can bring the probe, bring the little ball of solder over to your seam, and just drop it off. It goes in the seam, and you're done. You can control how much solder is going into the seam that way. Then you can just take the whole thing, put it in the pickle bath, put it in the rinse water, and you're done. All you have to do now is file, sand, and buff the jump ring. And then you're done.